Guys, it's Chelsea here. I'm finally back. I realized that I had only posted one video last month and it was my August book haul. I did film my September TBR, I just never got it edited and uploaded, which is really sad. September was crazy. I know I've been talking about a job and other stuff that has been getting in the way. I know it's a little dark, it's kind of gloomy and rainy outside, which to me is perfect October weather. I'm definitely going to be doing some reading, get some coffee. I also wanted to apologize for sounding like a horse. I have been battling a pretty nasty cold and I think it's finally getting better, but my throat is still pretty sore and scratchy. So anyway, I wanted to get back on track with my September wrap up and now my October TBR. I finally did it. Just want to say, for August, I only managed to read 3 books. September, I did read 4. And I'm kind of proud of myself because that's the most in a month that I've ever read, which I know is kind of sad, but to people who have seen the other videos I have, you'll know I'm just kind of starting to get into reading more, and so I feel like I just kind of got to build towards being able to read all of those books that it seems a lot of these other booktubers are able to read. So the first book that I read in September is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I loved this. In August, I did read, what's it called? Assassin's Blade, which contained all 5 of the novellas. Someone on Instagram had suggested to me that I read those first. She said that it helped maybe make Selena a little more relatable. I can kind of see why maybe people wouldn't like her at first, you know, reading Throne of Glass. But yeah, I'm glad that I read Assassin's Blade first. I was able to immediately connect with her at the start of Throne of Glass. The next book that I read in September was Scarlet. So I did read Cinder in August, loved it. I, however, did not like Scarlet as much. I did go into this kind of knowing that people weren't a huge fan of her. They felt she was kind of whiny and just not completely likable. I did kind of see that. She wasn't my favorite character. I definitely found myself kind of like whatever during her parts of the story. Overall, this book definitely not my favorite, but I still enjoyed it and still made me excited and want to continue with the series. So in the third book that I read for September, I reread The Hunger Games, and I've already packed it away in a box, so I don't have it here to hold up, but I'm sure 99% of you that are watching this have read The Hunger Games already. I have not finished the series, and I read The Hunger Games a few years ago, so I just wanted to have it a little more fresh in my mind for when I decide to finish that series, which I might try to push through in the next few months here. So the last book that I read in September, The Cresswell Plot by Eliza Wass. This book, it was really weird. Not at all what I expected. It's kind of told through the main character named Cassie. Her family, or her father, is super religious. He believes that all the people in the world are unpure and nasty, and that him and his family are pure and perfect. And so he had this plan. These children grew up, you know, believing that they were going to marry each other. Like, he had his children are all paired off with each other because he couldn't let impurities in. So it's just basically a girl who wants to be normal, and she's struggling with that because her siblings don't necessarily feel the same way, or they're not brave enough to admit it. I think I gave this a 3 out of 5. Like, I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. Actually, I don't even know if I could say that I liked it. I didn't hate it. It basically got that 3rd star because in a way I found it interesting, and then stuff that kind of happens towards The end, it did catch me off guard, and I did enjoy the ending. Now we're going to talk about my October TBR. I struggled. I tweeted the other day, actually I think it was just yesterday. I don't know, probably. These days are kind of mushed together. I am participating in a readathon. It's called the Spookathon. It's put on by 3 booktubers. The one that I've been watching is BooksandLala. I'm going to link her channel down below for the announcement for the Spookathon, so that if anyone watching here wants to join, they can get all the information and all the challenges and things like that. I'm going to do something separate to show you guys my Spookathon TBR. I have 3 that I've been kind of looking at for Spookathon. So this might be an ambitious month, but this might be the month where I finally figure out how to read all those books, and I can kind of keep some momentum going forever. So a book I know for sure that I want to read in October, and today is the 4th. I know I'm filming and uploading on the same day, but I didn't want to wait too much longer to get this up. So the first book, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I'm only about 86 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I was thinking about kind of putting this series on hold at least throughout October. I knew before the Spookathon that I'd wanted to read some kind of creepy books, but I can't stay away from this world. I miss it, and I'm gonna have to try and squeeze it in with the other kind of spooky, creepy books that I want to read, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, I can't stay away. So like I said, I'm going to try to cram this in somewhere, but it has to get read. So I've decided that I can no longer wait. I don't know if I'll get to either of these 2, but I wanted to kind of throw them in here. And that is Asylum by Madeline Rowe. This book actually does have pictures, which is kind of terrifying. But I think that adds something really kind of cool, and which is why I thought it'd be nice to start it this month. So there's another one that I was kind of planning on reading this month. I don't know if I'll do it this month or kind of switch it to November, but that is Silence for the Dead by Simone St. James. This was a book about a girl who falsified her past a little bit to be able to work as a nurse again in a psychiatric hospital. The patients there, I believe, is from the First World War. They're suffering terribly from shell shock, or right now is PTSD. What happens is patients are kind of disappearing. They're all having the same nightmare, but they're all too terrified to talk about it. She meets this guy who's actually a patient, a supposed war hero, or he's completely crazy, you don't really know, and they kind of get together to try and figure out what's happening. And so of course some crazy stuff goes down. And I wanted to read this one too because it takes place in a psychiatric hospital that is also kind of crumbling and just kind of gross. So I know it could set up for a pretty creepy story. So this last book I've been kind of reading on my Kindle at night for the last few days. That is Halloween is for Lovers. I know the glare is really bad because I film on my phone, by Nate Gubin. I don't know if you can see it without too much glare. I think the cover is pretty cool. I'm still kind of unsure about what this one is about. Some reviews I've seen anyway. It's kind of a love story and kind of just a good, kind of creepy Halloween story. I guess it's pretty funny, so it sounds like there's a lot going on. So we'll see. It's just kind of something little I added in. Alright, well that is all of the books that I kind of wanted to share with you today. Leave in the comments below some of the books that you were planning on reading for the month of October, especially what kind of creepy ones you're planning on reading. If you have some really good scary recommendations, leave them below, because my love for Halloween is deep. I will read creepy books all year long. I don't even care. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.